Hello everybody, welcome back to Omajon Plays Minecraft. In this episode, I get to have a really super fun time because, as you can guess from the title, I have to build another wall, and you'll find out why. But for now, we're heading out of this village, and I wanted to make it a little bit nicer. Nicer as in a way to get in and out of the village without building up and over each time. So I built this cute little door archway thing that I hope you guys like. I like the birch idea. I think it looks good. I also wanted to talk about some of my building decisions when I was building I'm going to call it the infrastructure for this village. I did some birch and some oak, which some people are like, oh no, you should use one. But I think using two adds texture to a build. When you're building something and it's all the same, I know for a while people talked about you have the kind of cheap trick of if you're making something out of stone, you can throw some andesite in places to kind of accent them. I wanted to do that. It's that same idea, except a little bit less just throw it in. Some sections are built with birch, some sections are built with oak. It almost gives it this look as if there's an older section and a newer section. All the oak is the older wood and all the birch is the newer wood. Kind of gives this lore as if the older wood has faded. So the oak used to look like the birch. The lighter wood has darkened over time, and now that we've installed new wood, it has its original brightness still. So that was why I did that. Now, as you can see, I head out into this little cave that's been right outside, kind of looming the whole time. And I decide I want to light up the whole thing. And I make it a point to try and attack it from multiple sides. Earlier you saw me go in the side closest to the village, and I noticed I could see light on the other side. So I just walked around the mountain that this is under, and I'm sneaking in the other side right now. There are mobs everywhere in this cave. I cut out some of the transitionary points, but there are points when I've got 3 zombies attacking me at once. 3 zombies, a spider, and a creeper walking towards me. It was a fun time in this cave, but by the end of it, we do get it nice and lit up, and I don't have a pickaxe with me. So I'm walking around seeing all of this coal, all of this iron, and I don't have a pickaxe to mine it with. But I think that's going to be good long term, because the next time I come to this village, I can make it a point to I know that I have this resource-rich cave waiting for me. So that'll be nice. It gives me if I'm ever oh my gosh, I'm desperate for iron, I know that I can come over here, get a bunch of iron easily, and call it good. So, also you've probably noticed by now, I am running, the video is playing at 100% speed instead of it being sped up like I usually do it. Let me know if you like that more or less, or if you have any preference at all. I think this looks a little bit nicer, because when I had it, I talked about it a bit in the previous episode, which reminds me, I do want to apologize for the audio in the previous episode. I have no clue what happened there. When I recorded it, I thought it was perfectly fine. I didn't do anything different than usual. But when I was editing it and heard a bit of it, I was like, oh, I'm not sure what happened there. I double checked this one, so hopefully this audio turns out fine. But let me know in the comments if you like this kind of the slower videos with more cuts, or if you prefer to see everything just really fast. Let me know which one you prefer. But I finished that other cave, and now as I stepped out for 5 steps, I found this small little ravine area that I wanted to explore a bit. I was I'm already down here. I'm already in the exploration mood. Might as well go for it. And I think I was really glad I did, because walking down the side of this ravine, I guess you say, this is just a gorgeous view. I know a lot of people when they're talking about 1.18, 19 generation, about what makes it look nice, they're talking about these huge expansive caves. But to me, this is this is the other part of what makes the 1.19 stuff look so nice. I mean, look at this. You can see some glow squids down there, which I think are 1.17, but regardless. You see some glow squid down there. You have this kind of sharp ravine going down into this underground lake. You have these stalactites hanging down, some stalagmites pointing up as you're walking around. I just think this is really pretty looking. You get all these gorgeous colors. You have the slightly warm tone from the pink stalactite material. Then you have the warm colors coming up, or the cool colors coming up from the water, with especially the teals coming from the glow squid. I just think that's gorgeous. Now, I head out of there. I end up camping overnight, but I cut that part out because I just stand there all night and like craft a few things. And now I take off and start heading home, which was the original intent, to get home. And, you know, you get distracted by a zombie villager. It is what it is. And as I'm coming home, as I round this little hill, I'm just being a benevolent person and filling in some holes. I want to go ahead and pause this frame right here. That's another village. And I can't not protect it. The whole goal of this venture was to try and find a village to make mine and like protect. And we just went through that massive 4-part series of building a wall, and then another episode about making it look pretty, this whole thing. And I was like, you know, this looks like a plains village. It won't take me nearly as long to fix up. So I decided to do it. I'm not going to bore you guys with the whole round this time, all the details. I'm just building a wall and heading out, and I'm even gonna cut through the whole thing. So I was very intentional with this cut. I hope you guys like it. Took me a while to decide exactly how I wanted to do it. And this is art. This is true editing art. When people are like, what makes good editing? I want them to show this video. Are you ready? Go to place the first block in 3, 2, 1, and it's all done. All done. The whole wall around the village complete. I did decide to speed this part up, just to kind of show a quick passage of time. I'm just running home. I'm running home as fast as I can. I think this makes for a good time lapse to talk about a non-Minecraft related topic, which is flowers. Because, you know, try to be tangentially related to what's going on in the game. I really like flowers. I do a lot of photography, and I think I've mentioned before I paint. So I paint flowers most of the time. I have paintings of irises, tulips, roses. I don't even know what those flowers are. I have some on my wall over here. I have no clue what that flower was, I just painted it. I have a daffodil, because daffodils are my favorite. And when I do photography, I like to take photographs of flowers. So I also have some photos I took of someone's garden here in town. It's not really a garden, but like by the road, their little driveway, they just have some gorgeous tulips and daffodils. So I just hopped out of the car, got everything ready, took some nice photos of them, and I had one of them printed, and it's a really nice photo. I may have actually shown it to you guys when I threw a couple up during one of the previous episodes, but I don't remember for sure. Mike, you know what? I'll go ahead. I'll throw it in this one too. Just an extra gift from me to you. And I was hoping to run home through all of this. Like during this, and even though it's nighttime, I was hoping to go ahead and just run straight through the forest and get home, but I ran into this ravine and was like, my hunger is too low to sprint, my health is only at 4 hearts, might as well camp out. And again, we are going to skip through this. I'm not gonna bore you guys with waiting, just watching me wait. I'm gonna give you this little snippet so that you guys can feel the angst of like, oh my gosh, when on earth is this going to end? And it never, ever will. So I do this little spin move just to have some fun, and then looky in 3, 2, 1, and now it's day. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Again, masterful editing. I'm back home, or near home. I see the little stone pillar that we have guiding me like the beacon that it is. I also noticed my crafting table that I just have out here, which I think was important because it actually has helped me navigate more than a couple times. Having that crafting table lets me know, like, oh, this is where I am in relation. If I know I'm on my home island, which is I've decided what I'm going to call this, I know where I am on that, like, because there's a couple stony beaches. I know which one I'm at by whether or not that crafting table's there. But, yeah, that is almost it for this well, that's basically it for this episode. We are closing in on the end. I hope you guys had a good time. I know that I sure did. I look forward to hanging out with you guys again soon. See you later. Bye-bye.